Hello everyone, welcome back to our weekly modern tournament here at Real Good Games. My name is Mick, I'm one of your hosts alongside the suit, Mr. James Church Morley.
Round two, back with
Round two.
Back with more modern.
Well, man, we had a close call. We had a really close call because table 4 is like...
Same matchup.
Yeah.
Different people. Burn versus Mono Bluetron.
No, it wasn't too different. Like one of them was Kevin. Kevin was still at table 4. But you know, he was playing against Meng Xuan, and Meng Xuan is playing Burn. So yeah, kind of weird.
Switched it up.
Yeah, we're always, you know, trying to make it different.
Here we go. So we've got Ting Hui.
Yeah.
On the left and Wilson on the right.
Yeah.
I don't know what decks.
You got Ting Hui's name right.
Ting Hui with a D. Yeah, makes sense. You know, but it looks like Ting Hui might be playing Burn as well.
It's Burn against. All right, so
wow,
it looks maybe like Abzan
potentially. So Razorverge Sicket, a shiny Razorverge Sicket, and then Bloodstone Maya. And I think Ting Hui is just thinking about first turn play. We've got Boros Charm in hand, Lightning Helix as well.
I think there's a Lava Spike in hand. Oh, it just looks out for a...
Unstable Mountain.
Yeah.
I love it.
Just basic land. Even though most of his hands like...
Needs white.
Yeah. Also requires green. Is that Rift Bolt, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the I believe that's Time Spiral version.
Original art Time Spiral.
I think so. I think
yeah, that's put. And then Wilson has a Plains, followed by.
Oh wow! Okay, so is this what green white Texas? Maybe green white Def and Texas, but this is gonna be a bit tough. Yeah, I'm gonna kill your Leonin Arbiter.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Before you can destroy all my lands.
Yeah. And then. So we had Wilson playing a Leonin Arbiter, which is a 1 and a white for a 2/2, and players can't search libraries unless you play 2, basically, and any player can ignore that.
Yeah, that's a bit tough. Like that's a hefty price to pay, especially if you
the burn deck.
Yeah, the burn deck. But looks like Ting Hui here just gonna pass the turn with mana available. Does not have does not have Swiss Spear, does not have Eidolon,
and
doesn't have okay.
So Voice of Resurgence.
I'm not sure whether he's gonna respond to this, but
I think he probably has to respond to it if he wants to play a spell. So we'll bring Voice of Resurgence up, the best card in Dragon's Maze. The only card in Dragon's Maze. So it's
but you got a reprinter. I mean, you got a reprinter MM17.
So green and white for an elemental, and whenever an opponent casts a spell during your turn or when it dies, you get an elemental creature token with power and toughness equal to the number of creatures you control.
Such insane value. I don't understand how that.
How did they make what you go? Who goes? I got a really good idea for a card.
Yeah.
I've got a really good idea for a card.
Hey, you know what won't be busted? This card.
Yeah. So Ting Hui, I think he went and got a Sacred Foundry and then responded with the Boros Charm with the Voice of Resurgence on the stack.
Mm-hmm. So I think right now everything you want to do main phase, which I think he can do, like Lava Spike. Like he's got more than enough damage. Wilson, unless he draws maybe what's that card called? Kitchen Finks.
Finks, yeah.
He's got almost no life gain in this deck.
Yeah, so I think Ting Hui is thinking about the best way to sequence his spells. He's got a Lightning Helix in hand, he's got a Boros Charm in hand, and he's got a Lava Spike in hand.
And a Lightning Helix. So he's got
he's got 10
points of damage. He needs one more 3 mana burn spell. That's all he needs. So probably going to start off with like Lava Spike. Yeah, Lava Spike, Lightning Helix, something like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna Lightning Lava Spike.
Lava Spike you. Bring you down to
13.
Lightning Helix you. Probably. Maybe. Who knows?
Do you not like the Boros Charm, just extra single damage? Do you think the life matters from the Lightning Helix in this spot?
It will make Wilson try to play a bit more aggressive.
Okay.
which means that he's got a lot more pressure to drop creatures on the board instead of trying to tax Ting Hui like his deck should be doing. So he wants to get creatures on the board, and he wants to swing in with those creatures because he knows that the clock is slightly different. This is a 6-point life swing.
Yeah. So there he did go for the Boros Tram in the end.
Yeah. And it matters because, Ting Hui here might just draw a Monastery Spear or something to that effect, which actually helps to get in that last 3 points of damage that he needs.
Well, Swift Spear is lethal next turn on the basis that Wilson doesn't gain any life. Because you go Swift Spear for 1 mana, which we know he's got, play your Lightning Helix, play your Lightning Bolt. So he's got double Lightning Helix and Lightning Bolt in hand.
All right, okay.
So the question is, what do you do?
Alright, so that's only 9 points. Is that 9 points?
Yeah, 9 points damage,
okay.
but he doesn't have the 5th mana to play all of them in one. He's got 4 mana, so I assume he goes Lightning Helix,
and then just pass the turn and then hope to draw another 3-point burn spell.
Yeah.
So that was the best draw that he could have.
Yeah, so he's got lethal damage in hand, but he doesn't have enough mana to cast all the spells in one go.
Yep.
So it's he's just hoping that Wilson doesn't have a Kitchen Finks. Yeah, Lightning Helix.
Kitchen Finks is easily answered. I mean, like another 3-point burn spell will end you.
Yeah. So
alright,
Ting Hui back up to 16, Wilson at 3. We know Ting Hui's got a lethal Lightning Bolt in hand.
Yeah,
Wilson doesn't know that.
Wilson's got to know. I mean, like, okay, I'm going to gain some life.
Yeah, so Kitchen Finks. So should Wilson, you gain life equal to Kitchen Finks
Lightning Bolt,
power? Is that what you do?
No, you just gain 2 life.
You just gain 2 life, okay, yeah. And then there's the Skullcrack as well, so yeah, he drew the Skullcrack off the top.
Alright, so Ting Hui here just taking a very quick game against Wilson. And, oh no, not here. That was pretty fast. I mean, like, it's just burn being efficient, right? It's just burn being burn. Just burn you out, kill you.
Yeah, he didn't, he just a handful of spells, basically. A flurry of burn spells.
Flurry.
Do you like burn in this matchup? I think Wilson's playing some sort of green-white hate bear deck, judging from the cards that we can see.
He's playing like, I got it wrong. It's not Death and Taxes, it's hate bears. Looks like it. I mean, he's got the Flicker Wisp, he's got the...
Yeah. So yes, you can see Selfish Spirit.
Maybe it's a bit more of like a value town deck. No, but value town.
Or was it called Little Kid? Is that what it used to be called?
It used to be called Little Kid. Now it's called like green white value town or whatever. Oh gosh.
Back in the day. Make you feel old.
But yeah, Little Kid was filled with like little kids.
Yeah.
Like Value Town is like, I'm gonna put in like slightly bigger creatures.
Yeah, I assume playing green white, we don't have the deck list, but you think he's probably got Devoted Druid and Visio the Remedies in there somewhere.
It may not. May not.
Seems strange to leave the house without them if you're playing a green deck, a green white deck.
We didn't see any
no, we didn't,
collector company, so it doesn't seem to, I don't think it runs that. But of course, if it does, you gotta run that. And I mean, usually you run collector company, but this doesn't look like a collector company deck.
Just good old. Just not going to speculate on a Night of the Reliquary.
Oh, I hope
maybe.
So.
That's what the people want to see.
It's probably there.
What the people want to see.
Anyway, we've got our invitationals coming up on the 21st. So this is the finals. This weekend, we got another last chance qualifier. We're going to see people play and try to get into the top 16 players of the year last year.
Yep.
And they are going to be playing for like $5,000 in cash and prizes. The minute they sit down, it's $150. Full stop.
Very generous.
Yeah, that's very generous of Grey Ogre Games.
So do you want to give a brief rundown of the invitational series?
Yes.
How what's happened, how you qualify, what the stakes are. So.
What has happened is that for the last year or so, from the last year, beginning in January, players have been able to play daily events like you see here. We've got Modern on Wednesday. We've got, let me start from Monday. We've got Draft and Limited. Sometimes it's sealed. On Tuesday, it's Standard. On Wednesday, it's Modern. On Friday, it's FNM. On Saturday, it's Standard Showdown. And other tournaments as well. And players that play these events, like they rack up what we call qualification points, and every 4 months we have a seasonal qualifier. So at the end of the season, you play in a seasonal qualifier. It's free, by the way. If you get 30 qualification points, it's absolutely free. There are prizes. It's not like you just go there and play for championship points. There are prizes, but if you do well, you get championship points and you get invited to the invitationals, which is happening on the 21st of January. So we've done this like 3 times, which means that's a year. And so we have 14 players. Now we have 15 players all locked up for the invitational slots. I forget which are the 15 players. Let's take a look.
And these.
Okay, all right. So here we go. In running order of championship points, we got Fu Pi Chun, we've got Jeffrey Chan, we've got Tan Lun Yi, we've got Lim Zong Yi, we've got Ilham Mulyawan, Tan Chin Heng, Wei Teng can't come, but Danny is his proxy, because he's next up in line. We got Xiang Shi, we have Go Guo Wei, we have Ken Hu, we have Danny Seat, Wu Yikai, and Reeve Chia, and So Wing Heng.
Yeah. So we've got a tournament.
Lucas Wong.
So we're gonna have 16 people. We're gonna have
16 people, and they're gonna fight it off.
Yeah.
So what's cool about this? Okay, the beginning of the tournament. Yeah, we're gonna give you a brief preview. There's gonna be, it's a double elimination thing. Okay, double elimination bracket, which means that we start off with the day with a round robin.
Yeah. So you
go 2-0. You go 2 wins and above, you get drafted to the upper bracket, or you get left in the upper bracket. You lose more than 2 games, you lose 2 games, you get put into the lower bracket. Okay. Then from there, the upper bracket and the lower bracket fight. The lower bracket is always the elimination match, and then we form another upper and lower bracket, and then the lower bracket fights. It's an elimination match. Loser goes home. Upper and lower bracket until we get to the final people. If you are in the lower bracket, you fight all the way. Every single game is your last game. You got to fight for your right to play. And then we go all the way to, there'll be the upper bracket playoffs, where there's going to be 2 people playing the upper bracket, and the loser, the upper bracket losers will play with the lower bracket winners, and so forth and so on. Yep. So we slowly will whittle away until we have just 2 guys.
Okay. And so there's a $5,000 Singapore dollar prize pool.
Yeah.
For the 16 players. Like Mick said, $150
just for sitting
down at the table.
You sit down at the table. You could concede every match. You could put your deck list as 60 islands and 15 mountains. Yeah. I don't know why mountains, but yeah, 15 mountains.
But you have $150, and the winner gets 1,500 Singaporean dollars.
Yes,
which is I think that's
a lot of money.
That's over $1,000 US.
That's just over $1,000.
Yeah, so a lot of money for playing Magic.
And it's free. It's a completely free tournament for people to play. Like the seasonal qualifiers were totally free.
Yeah,
like, you get invited to play.
Yeah,
the championships. If you do well, you get invited to play.
Yeah.
So,
no, so in season 2 I got 27 QPs. So I didn't even I haven't even qualified for. No, I didn't even know. No.
I don't. Okay, so I don't even play Magic. I don't even. You know me as the guy who does the stream. I sit behind the desk. I only talk about people playing Magic. I watch people play Magic.
You got how many qualifier points did you get?
This season I had like 35.
Wow, there you go.
Every season I qualify, by the way. And there was like the last season I almost got a bye. I think I was like 70 something points. And I was just not free the last week. Otherwise I would have farmed it and got a bye. And I would have gotten like, 1 free win from the tournament.
And then you get it, yeah.
Just drop.
So it's but it's it's a year-long journey that these people go on. Exactly. So one year of events, but you're just, these people are playing Magic anyway, and it's just a good way to, good system that rewards people for their commitment, dedication.
Exactly, and next year, we've got a lot of feedback. We've got a lot of constructive feedback. They're not necessarily complaints, which is what I love. Like, it's not like people are complaining. Well, the only complaint that we have is that 2 buys is backbreaking. 2 buys during the seasonal qualifier is backbreaking for everyone else.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to release more information of what the new system is, but there's going to be, more chances for you to find yourself in that top 16. We're still going to only have 16 slots at the end of the year because that's only fair. Like, you have to be the best 16 players in, playing at Grey Ogre Games, but, everybody plays everywhere. So you got to be the best 16 players in Singapore.
Yeah, and a lot of, there are a lot of names that people may know.
Oh, yeah.
Jeffrey Chan. Jeffrey Chan is obviously, if one
Singapore's pro players.
Yeah, if one was to, handicap the tournament, which may happen at a later date. But Jeffrey Chan is definitely someone I don't want to play Magic against.
Well, okay, so I mean, like, in that top 16, like, we've got Jeffrey. He's been to the Pro Tour, I think, at least 3 times. Once this year already. We got Zhong Yi. He's part of the nationals team this year.
Yep.
He's part of Team Grey Ogre Games. You're gonna watch him in the upcoming Pro Tour. Lun Yi, I think, went for the last Pro Tour. I think he's going for this Pro Tour as well.
Yeah.
Who else? Chin Heng also, not unfamiliar to. He's not a stranger to competitive Magic.
Well, Danny was at Pro Tour Eldritch Moon as well, I think, wasn't he?
Danny is also, went for Pro Tour Eldritch Moon.
We need to get Kelvin Chu down to the shop, get him playing some.
Singapore platinum player, only platinum player. But there's a lot of stiff competition and and. Even the players who, Ilham qualified for the under 21, he's got 17 championship points. He is good. He's no lightweight.
He is good at Magic. I've never beaten him at a game of Magic. We've played. Okay. We've played 3 times. So we played in the 2 team drafts that we played against. So team draft, Mick and I were on separate teams, and you had Ilham on your team to carry you.
Ilham is like our best kept secret.
And I've never beaten him at a game. I mean, I've never beaten a lot of people at a game of Magic, but I've played him enough number of times. I've never. I'm 2-2 against you though. 2-2 against you. Yeah, 2-2.
That's nice. These are the players where you sit down across them and this game gonna be tough.
Yeah, you don't want them in. You don't want them in your Friday night draft pod.
Oh yeah.
You don't want them in your playing standard.
The odds are stacked against you.
Yeah. No, these are and. It's a testament, I think, to the quality of Magic in Singapore, but but their ability to play these tournaments and then do well at them or do well consistently.
Yeah.
And the standard of quality, the quality of play you're going to see at the Invitational is going to be high. It's going to be high. Yeah. It's going to be. It's not like we're playing Magic and on a Wednesday evening. This is like people playing for stakes.
Yeah,
good people playing for real, tangible, real tangible state.
Yeah.
So yeah,
everybody could split the cash. I mean, I guess
it's not interesting. Not interesting.
No, it's $1,500. I am not going to
It's $312 each, right? To split it. That's how much it comes out.
Jeez, I think something like that.
So I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't give up a chance for $1,500.
No.
Not even. I wouldn't even split at the top 8. I wouldn't even say maybe the top 4, because that's 1,000, 1,005, 1,000. That's 3,005 divided by 4. That's about $900.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah,
it's not bad for
it's okay. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But I'll still fight.
No, it's alright. So back to our game.
We have gone off.
Your short talk about the Invitational has turned into a 10-minute diatribe. But the board state is relatively advanced. Wilson has an 8th of Ireland 1 and an 8th of Ireland 3. Just played a Kitchen Finks. We've got Tinkway, who Goblin Guide on table, 4 lands.
Responding to the
Kitchen Finks trigger, yeah.
I'm guessing he's got a Skullcrack, or no, he doesn't have a Skullcrack, but he maybe has. Oh, he does have.
He does have a Skullcrack.
But that Core Firewalker. I'm
good.
sorry, bro.
It's good.
Yeah.
We'll bring up Core Firewalker. I think probably one of the best sideboard cards against red in modern.
One of the best, not the best.
One
but,
of the best. One of
yeah.
the best.
I remember when I was playing like the blue white, what do you call it? Blue white Aether Vial. It's just blue white tempo deck. I have 4 Core Firewalkers. I will never draw any one of them. It is frustrating.
Variants.
But the minute you land this guy against like burn, it is incredibly powerful. Yeah.
It's interesting that I remember some of the older burn decks would sideboard Core Firewalker for the burn mirror match. Because you can feasibly cast it off Sacred Foundry, and it's
exactly.
just like, oh, okay, protect from red so I can block all of your creatures.
And whenever
and
you
we cast a red spell. And
whenever
any
a
player casts a red spell, so I'm going to gain life. And then
And
whenever
you're
you
gonna
play
gain
your
life,
burn spells, I'm going to gain life.
Yeah. Well, that was when, like, not mono red, but Naya burn or burn was quite prevalent.
Yeah.
And burn's coming back, so who knows, man?
Yeah, so you see a Skullcrack there. That's going to deal 3 damage, and Skullcrack prevents any life gain. So
yeah, he gains 1 life and then takes 3 damage.
Passes the turn.
Or passes priority, because that was at the upkeep.
Okay.
I wonder why he did it at the upkeep, though. So Wilson can't gain any life here. Okay. So we're going to go in for the attack. Wow, Tinghui here just in a lot of trouble. I mean, these 2 creatures alone are...
Well, so the Core Firewalker can't be blocked.
Yeah.
So the Core Firewalker's definitely getting in 2 points of damage. Whether if Tinghui blocks the Kitchen Finks is going to come back. The Goblin Guide is not going to come back. He just takes it.
I'm going to take 3. Oh, okay. So it doesn't look for...
Goblin Guide very sad when it's not attacking.
No destructive... it seems to me... for the lands that he fetched up, right? No destructive rivalry.
He could be just playing the Boros burn deck.
He could be.
But he's got... I think he had...
I remember he had Taka's command like the last game. Okay, so I'm going to Searing Blaze you.
Yep. And then in the chat... someone mentioned Rampaging Ferocidon, which is the older ones from Ixalan. So 2 in a red for a 3/3 with Menace, and
that is good.
Whenever someone plays a creature spell, deal 1 damage to them.
I wonder why. Well, it's a bit slow. It's 3 mana, but it is big. It is a 3/3.
It's got Menace.
It's got Menace.
How often do people in Modern leave 2 creatures back to block?
If you're playing the tokens deck, yes.
Oh yeah. But if you have 2 lingering souls tokens, sure, they both die to the Rampaging Frostodon, and then
that's true, but
you lose 2 life.
It costs you 2 life.
Exactly, yeah. So it's
4 life.
But we've talked about it before on stream. Modern is just it tends to be like a 1 or 2 big creatures that you just you
just used to like tempo out.
So you're not going to have it's probably 3 points of damage unblockable every turn, pretty much.
That's actually a pretty good point. Like I'm wondering why players aren't playing Ferocidon that often. My only inkling is that it's probably too expensive.
Well, does it? The question for me is, does it advance the burn spell game plan?
Does it
advance the burn deck
burn
game
plan,
the burn plan? Because you presume it's all about damage efficiency as quickly as possible. Whereas you play 3 mana and you play the spell and just sits there.
It's slow. I mean, it is slow.
But I mean, so Phantom 905 in the chat saying players can't gain life. More important. Yeah, that is important, but
I mean, you want to kill the guy in the shortest period of time. You don't want to go like turn 3 cast. Turn 3 cast a Rift Bolt. You probably want to suspend that Rift Bolt anyway, and then deal 3 damage the next turn. So
it's
alright. Okay, so Flicker Whiz there, getting him back his the
kitchen fix,
Kitchen Finks getting in again.
Yeah, it's a very difficult situation for Tinghui now.
This is going to be a little tough. Very interesting matchup. I think Wilson with two. I mean, he's got two Aether Vials, but like a million lands. Which is, well, it's good, but at the end, at the same time, you've got cards.
Yeah, and
You
we
know,
saw
you don't have you just have a lot of lands.
Yeah, so you see Ting Hui in hand has Lightning Bolt, and he's got Path to Exile. Path to Exile, good, clean, honest answer to Kitchen Finks.
Yeah, but it's also a good, clean, honest answer to
the
call
Firewalker.
so
Yeah.
I think you want to use that, right?
It's just
The call Firewalker's got to go, unless Wilson here has maybe a Restoration Angel or another Flicker Wisp. I think we might be in a little bit of trouble.
I think that's a it's a Gavany Township, which is in his last land.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Does he think about end of turn pumping?
All right, so Flicker Wisp. Oh man, this is a bit tough.
So I think Ting Hui's counting. How am I going to die next turn? So he has two removal spells. He could Path to Exile the Core Firewalker because it will just eventually kill him, and then Lightning Bolt the Flicker Wisp.
Yeah. Okay, so wow. Okay, but he's dead the next turn.
Yeah. So Ting Hui has also not paid any mana for his
Flicker Wisp.
The free Flicker Wisp.
Which means that he can put, he can activate his.
Oh no, sorry, he did it off Aether Vial. He didn't pay. Yeah. So So saying you want to activate Gavany Township end of turn, and then
Gavany
Township again to make the Flicker Wisp a 5/3 flyer. Yeah.
But of course, Ting Hui here has the Lightning Bolt in hand, but that Call Firewalker is still gonna go, become a 4/4.
Yeah, so
probably just gonna be in. There's no way that Wilson here is.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah, there really is no way that he's going to be getting rid of that Call Firewalker unless he's got another Path to Exile on the top of the deck.
I mean, how do you feel about Path to Exile on the Kitchen Finks rather than on the Core Firewalker?
I think you should have just bolted the Kitchen Finks. Okay,
Okay.
fine, your opponent gets another 2 life, but it's not going to. Okay, in any scenario that's bad, like full stop.
Yeah, so there you go, Lightning Bolt to the Flicker Wisp. And it's just whenever the burn player has to use Lightning Bolt on a creature, it just feels really sad for the burn player.
Yeah. And see, even now, like Wilson just doesn't care. Like the clock is still the same. It's still 2 attacks.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna advance the board. Blade
Splicer,
here.
yeah. Well, so Blade Splicer, so that's 2 and a white for a 1/1.
Yep.
And when it comes into play, you create a 3/3 artifact golem creature, and then golem creatures you control first strike.
Yeah.
So you get 4 power across 2 bodies
for
3, and
mana.
3 of it's just good efficient card, and Blade Splicer and Flicker Wisp. That's a great combo there.
Oh wow, yeah, Blade Splicer and anything that blinks like Restoration Angel as well. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Value Town deck is still Value Town.
So it does seem just like we speculated, does it have
white, good
yeah,
stuff.
it's just green white, like going up the chain pretty much. Want to play a 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop.
I still think, I mean, like, it's a green white hit bears, but with just good stuff. Other good stuff as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it's playing Gadoctic, which obviously won't be very useful in this situation. Probably plays the Thalias. Thalias are fantastic.
I was about to say, Talia, left 3 minute and just making non-creature spells cost 1 more against the burn deck, which
so much.
So good.
Goodness. Even in the main board, even in the main board of most decks, right? Thalia is soul crushing. You're leaving up that mana, especially if you got like Aether Vial. You're leaving up that mana for Path to Exile, and even if you don't have, Aether Vial, you turn to Thalia and then you look at your opponent. Oh, you're leaving that for For lightning bolt?
I don't think
maybe?
you are.
No, not anymore.
I do
Sorry.
like it. I do like it.
It's incredibly powerful.
Just I don't think it gets enough love. Yeah, I know it's a good
no,
card.
I think
You think
it
it does?
does.
You
Yeah,
don't? I
it's
don't
just
know.
Death and Texas.
I think
Like
it's
black and
great.
white Death and Texas.
I think
Death
yeah.
and Texas.
I think it's great.
It gets more than enough love.
Yeah.
I hate that card.
So
On this thing, I play with that card so much. Like
yeah.
it is backbreaking. Like it's game warping.
Yeah. And I think we saw Tinghui just bring in destructive revelries there.
Yeah.
So they weren't in for game 2.
Right.
And
Okay.
obviously I don't think we saw an Eighth of Val in game 1, and now he's seen the Eighth of Val. He's very interested in having them, and they have incidental hate against the golems from the Blade Splice as well.
Right. Yeah, that helps. That helps Tinghui get in as much damage as possible. Like, you as the burn player, things that you have to watch out for is when your opponent's trying to gain life, or what trigger, just like little things that your opponent wants to try to do, but it's those little nuances that make you a great burn player versus just I play burn.
Yeah. I would not be good with this deck.
No?
No,
Come
awful.
on,
No,
it's okay. But you got to
It's
be
hard.
aware.
It's hard. Sequencing is hard.
Yeah.
The sequencing of it is,
Sequencing is important. Yeah.
I was talking to someone about it at the shop, and I was playing against someone who's playing burn, and they looked and went, "No, you did the first 3 turns all wrong. You should have done this, this, and this instead, and that would have done this result." And it was just like, wow, that
is correct.
Eye-opening.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just if you've been playing it, if you play it for a long time, you've really got the sequencing down pat. Yeah, that it's very efficient weapon.
Especially if you're, even if you're going second, the minute in modern is very interesting because the minute your opponent lays his first land, you can narrow down the decks to probably like 2 or 3.
Yeah, and there was a really good article on SCG about this like a couple of weeks ago from Emma Handy. It was so good. It was like the modern, like if what lands are played in what decks.
Oh yeah,
what can you narrow
yeah.
it down to? It was like really, really useful. I'd recommend you go check it out.
Yeah, and it's so important to know the meta game. Like the minute somebody plays that first land, what they fetch for, what type of fetch they use, and what they fetch for. And their first spell, you already can narrow down their deck to, okay, it has these 60 cards, or it generally has these 56 cards, somewhere like that. Yeah, those 4 cards, whoa, that was a surprise. Oh, you have an Emrakul, the Promised End in there. Oh, that surprised me quite a lot. And that's when, that's when you get, like, people off their, you catch people by surprise.
Yeah.
But generally the rest of the 56 cards are exactly the same. So
broadly, and you know what the deck wants to do as well.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
you know what are its like on what axis you should be attacking, and we talk about this like what axis should a deck be attacking.
Right.
But that if you're playing against burn, they're going to want to attack you, like use their mana as efficiently as possible, play really cheap creatures, attack you, burn you out. Like what is your plan against that? Like how are you thinking about it?
Yeah. Oh. Okay. So looks like Tinghui probably going to go first. That turn 1 Goblin Guy, of course, best start ever.
Is that best start? You like that's the best start? You think?
Yeah, of course. Turn one Goblin Guy, full stop. You save your
Interesting. So stomping ground untaps. Deciding to adjust his opponent's life total rather than his.
Can you pay the 2 life for me? I will owe you. I owe you.
See, thinking about Swift Spear though.
No.
It.
Okay. The reason why you want
Guy
turn 1 Goblin Guy is because you can turn 1 Goblin Guy, turn 2 Swift Spear, and then get some value off the Swift Spear. Well, you can do it in either fashion.
Yeah.
But turn 1 Goblin Guy gives you more information.
It gives you the highest damage output as well. So Wilson hasn't changed his life total for being attacked by Goblin Guide.
Yep.
Which someone should probably tell them.
And see, yeah.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't.
He hasn't. Graph Digger's Cage. Oh, wait. The players did sort it out. Okay, so take another 4 points of damage. And it's a land.
Yeah, so that's Temple Garden, add to
Oh,
hand.
please change the. Yeah, there we go. So it goes down to 14 now.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, 14, yeah.
So yeah, Graph Digger's Cage here, very useful on Ting Hui's side. Also pumps up, surprisingly also pumps up the
Monstrous Sister.
Monstrous
Prowess.
Sister, yeah.
Non-creature spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best card to draw off the top right now probably would be the since Wilson here is playing probably would be a Searing Blaze.
So Leonin Arbiter.
You lightning bolt there and then you try to get in as much damage as
So Ting Hui's got Eidolon of the Great Revel, Bloodstained Maya, got Boros Charm as well.
Then you go lightning bolt, fetch the land. Lightning bolt, fetch the land, Eidolon. Yeah, okay, so we talked about this like just a little bit earlier, right? That it feels bad when you lightning bolt, you have to lightning bolt a creature of your opponent. But you're not just lightning bolting his creature, you're
getting an additional damage from the Monstrous Sister.
Exactly, yeah.
But do you oh, so he's doing it, that's interesting. I think
B for 4.
Yep, 4.
Round 10, and here's where
don't play the Boros Charm. No.
Yeah.
Don't. Oh no, he's playing Eidolon, okay, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so all these, Wilson been drawing all these lands, right? They're not particularly useful anyway because, you're not gonna be able to put down extra lands a turn. You're just gonna have lots of lands in your hand.
Yeah, and Wilson really needs something. He needs I think Kitchen Finks.
Yeah, he needs
now
at least
to
one
gain
Kitchen Finks right
to
now.
gain life and just provide a roadblock, because then next turn block comes back, gain some more life, block again. Just provide some resistance, because at the moment, Ting Hui's got 3 creatures.
Kitchen Finks would be ideal. Okay, so
Damn
you cast it, you lose 2 life, but then it enters battlefield, you gain another 2
wow,
life.
and another Ghost Quarter. So
that's not good.
so he's really stuck
so
on mana.
He's gonna
Lose 2
take 2
from
points
the
of damage,
Eidolon
yeah.
Greater. But this is big.
This is the game. This is the end of the game, because all Ting Hui has to do is just attack him with all creatures, and then Boros Charm his opponent. That's it. Swing Boros Charm. All his creatures becomes to, they become 2 damage each.
So he's lining up the blocks at the moment. So yeah, whichever way he swings it, he's going to deal 4 damage in combat, and then have the Boros Charm to do the last 4 for 8 damage.
Yeah, but he's got to cast Boros Charm right now.
He does have to, but it doesn't matter. He's just calculating. You always feel so helpless when someone starts lining up your blockers for you.
It's like, okay, I know it's coming.
No, feels awful.
No, it's coming. Does Wilson have a Elvish Spirit Guide, maybe?
For what?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
For some sort of like old school charm that we don't know about, like gain 2 life or something. Yeah.
Like but the gain 2 life will just lose him 2 life.
No, it's true. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so I think Wilson, Ting Hui's now, block there doesn't really matter.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't make a difference, right? Yeah. So take 4, Boros Charm. Yeah, that's
Boros
game.
Charm you?
Yeah, that's game.
And
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty efficient from the. From the moderate.
Well, I think Wilson didn't help that he had 2 Ghost Quarters.
He had 2 Ghost Quarters. He didn't have any of his Kitchen Finks. I think he could have mulliganed a little bit more aggressively, to get his stuff. Yeah, he took out all the Aether Vials. That would have tricked like Ting Hui just crazy amount. Crazy bad.
But it's a good match. Another good match.
Yep. Okay. We're going to go for a short break, about 15 minutes. We'll be back with round 3. But before we go, just want to remind you that you can join us on the stream every Tuesday and Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Singapore time. And sometimes on Fridays for Final Fantasy, if you're into that thing. This weekend, we have the last chance qualifiers. And so join us for that. That's on Sunday. And if you miss it, just go on down to youtube.com/GreoGames. I won't be angry. I won't be angry if you miss it. I will be
Disappointed.
sorely disappointed.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
Like a parent.
yeah.
Like a parent. Yeah.
I just disappointed in you. What have you been doing? It's okay, but look inside you and see what's wrong and fix it. Last but not least, do head on down to greatogregames.com to go and find out more about our invitationals. All right. We'll be back in a short while, so don't go away.